Going to have to throw the ball just a little bit today.
And on key defensive player for the Longmont Trojans, number 99, Eric Gleva, their nose guard. Needs to have a big game, been doing real well this year on the defensive line, and again, to stop the running game of the Skyline Falcons will be important today.
Well, Longmont always builds himself around their defense. Their defensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage in the football games that we've been able to see this year. Gleva just a big part of the four-man front that does the job for the Trojans.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Skyline key players and the keys to the game right after this on the Longmont Channel 3 IBM Game of the Week.
Tired of department store prices? Tired of hassling for a parking spot? One-stop shopping can be found at Front Range Indoor Flea Market. From new and used furniture to antiques to rugs, anything for the eclectic shopper. We've got it all. Serving Northern Colorado since 1989, Front Range Indoor Flea Market is locally owned and operated and is committed to serving your needs. So when you're looking for quality furniture at flea market prices, come visit us at 1420 Nelson Road or call 776-6605.
Hello, everyone. Homecoming. Let's eat some tofu. Let's go to the Eric store. Let's take some better lessons.
Let's go to Hayek Chevy Olds Geo. Complete customer satisfaction. That's our goal at Hayek Chevrolet Oldsmobile Geo. For your convenience, our service and parts department are open for quick service on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Where the only thing lower than the price is the pressure.
Hayek Chevy Olds Geo.
1330 Main Street, downtown Longmont.
Super folks.
And welcome back to Everly-Montgomery Field. Lots going on, of course, today with the crosstown rivalry Skyline and Longmont, but just over in the Longmont High School Gymnasium, they have some district volleyball going on. And of course, a very good Longmont Trojan volleyball team, #1 seed. And do you have any updates on what's going on there?
Longmont Trojans beat the Fairview Knights in the first match, 15-10 and 15-11, I believe it was. They're getting ready to start their second match of the game in the round robin. So the Trojans continue to do well in the 5A tournament play. Also, playoffs going on. We have some soccer playoffs, I believe Niwot's part of. Also, the state gymnastic finals are today. A lot of kids from the Longmont and Niwot programs also in that.
Niwot made it to the quarterfinals in soccer, so they did drop out earlier this week. So lots of great action, postseason action going on here. And of course, coming up next week, Longmont will travel over to Brighton, and we'll talk about that. But right now, let's talk about the key players in this game for the Skyline Falcons, and that's number 16 quarterback Josh Ingram. Josh needs to make good decisions, according to Bob Napton, and he has done so in the last couple of games.
Well, we saw him earlier in the season. Josh, a young quarterback, getting his first varsity action, had an opportunity. Actually, let's check that. Josh has been the quarterback here in the past. They've made the change at quarterback. Josh Ingram makes the good decisions. He actually came in the second half of the game we did against Niwot and started getting some movement by the Falcons. So Josh Ingram continuing to do a good job at the quarterback.
And let's take a look at their key player on defense. Big number 42, Travis Heil, the middle linebacker. He shut people down this season, and of course he is their key on defense to stopping running game especially. And of course Longmont we know has a good one.
Well, the Trojan running game is going to consist of Matt Magley at the tailback today, and DeFalco, if the Trojans decide to play him. Travis Heil is going to be one of the leaders on that 4-3 front. That Coach Bob Napton says that he may just turn them loose today in the game and see if they can cause some havoc to the Trojan running game.
Bob Napton knows he's about his best athlete out there. Let's take a look now at the keys to the game. First of all, we'll start off with the Longmont Trojans. They want to execute. Coach Gordon Kramer says they need to block better and not miss assignments.
Well, with Matt Magley back there today, they need to do a good job of maintaining the blocks. Magley only 145 pounds. Doesn't take as much to get him down as it does a Tony DeFalco. So the Trojans have got to do a good job blocking up on their blocks and making sure that they can get the runners open.
And number 2, they want to be physical. The Falcons have some physical players. The Trojans hope to match that.
Well, like we said, their defense is going to be very aggressive. They're going to be coming in hard. But the Trojans have done a good job at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball all year long.
Let's take a look now at the keys to this football game for the home team, the Skyline Falcons. And number 1, they want to control the ball. They have to keep that ball on offense, keep it out of the hands of that Longmont Trojan offense if they're to have any chance in this football game. And of course, they're going to pull all the stops out, according to Bob Napton, in this game, so maybe some trick plays.
Well, when you talk about controlling the ball, Longmont expects Skyline to try to get 3-4 yards every time they carry the ball and just try to have long sustaining drives and take some time off the clock. So the Falcons, that's their key to try to win this ball game today.
And number 2, they need to stop that vaunted running game of the Longmont Trojans. Easier said than done, but without Tony DeFalco, it'll be a real chore for the line of scrimmage for both of these teams to try to shut down this Longmont running game.
Well, the running game for Longmont has been so good that the passing game has suffered just a little bit. Skyline wants to make the Trojans have to put the ball up in the air.
Okay, we'll be back with our opening kickoff and our starting lineups on this Longmont Channel 3 IBM Game of the Week right after this.